10 countries that could ruin your future in 2025. Moving abroad is often seen as an exciting opportunity to start fresh, embrace a new culture, and enjoy a better quality of life. But not all destinations deliver on their promises. From safety concerns to skyrocketing costs, these 10 countries might be the ones to think twice about before making the leap in 2025. 10. Brazil. Brazil's vibrant culture, samba rhythms, and stunning beaches are hard to resist. But living here can feel like navigating an obstacle course. The crime rate is alarmingly high, with 23 homicides per 100,000 people. In major cities like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo, pickpocketing, phone theft, and muggings in broad daylight are commonplace. Expats often describe living in a constant state of vigilance, which can take a toll on mental health. Economically, Brazil's job market is volatile. For foreigners, finding a job is tough. Fluency in Portuguese helps, but jobs are still scarce. Many expats face language barriers in their daily lives, from ordering coffee to handling complex paperwork. For families, the education system presents another hurdle. Public schools are often underfunded. This pushes expats to private schools, which cost $5,000 to $20,000 a year. Add to this Brazil's infamous bureaucracy. Visa processes, licensing, and admin tasks are slow. Life in Brazil starts to feel more exhausting than exhilarating. 9. France. France is synonymous with romance, art, and cuisine, but living there can reveal its less glamorous side. Language is a significant barrier. High school French might help with ordering a croissant, but it's often not enough for complex tasks. These include setting up a utility account or resolving a billing dispute. The bureaucracy is famous for its complexity. It requires proof of employment, proof of residence, and endless documents for even the simplest tasks. Social integration can be a struggle too. Fringe people are often reserved, making it difficult for expats to build connections. Many feel isolated. It's hard to break into tight social circles. It takes time and effort. The cost of living is another shocker. A one-bedroom apartment in central Paris can cost over $2,000 to $100 a month. Utilities, groceries, and transport can add to the financial strain. Even renowned French health care isn't free. It covers 83% of medical costs. But private insurance is often needed to avoid surprise fees. 8. Unite. Edits to test American dream. Long been a beacon for those seeking freedom in opportunity, but reality can be starkly different. The healthcare system is notoriously expensive with no universal coverage. The hospital visit could cost over $100,000, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. For many expats, navigating the system is both daunting and financially draining. Safety is another concern. The gun violence epidemic creates an atmosphere of unease, particularly in states with high violent crime rates. While some areas like Maine or Rhode Island are safer, or perception of safety in the US can make expats wary. The cost of living is also steep. Rent for a modest apartment in urban areas can range from $2,000 to $3,300 per month. At transportation, groceries, and healthcare, and the total monthly expenses can easily surpass $4,500. These costs make the dream of financial prosperity for many newcomers. 7. Japan. Japan is a country of incredible technology and cuisine, but living there isn't as idyllic as it might seem. The first hurdle is cultural integration. Japan's homogeneous society can make it difficult to feel fully accepted, even with fluent Japanese. Many foreigners report feeling like perpetual outsiders. The work culture is another major challenge. Long hours, strict hierarchies, and an expectation of absolute loyalty to one's employer often lead to burnout. Balancing work and personal life is a luxury few enjoy. The cost of living in Japan is also significant. A one-bedroom apartment can cost over $1,100 a month, and that's before factoring in utilities, food, and transportation. Summers bring sweltering heat and humidity, while winters in northern regions are harsh. ADD and frequent natural disasters, like earthquakes and typhoons, and the dream of living in Japan starts to feel more precarious. 6. Mexico. Mexico's vibrant culture and warm climate. For many expats, But the reality can be far from idyllic. Crime and safety are persistent issues. Over 30,000 die from crime each year, many due to organized crime in drug cartels. Expats living in or near high crime areas feel the need to stay constantly vigilant. While Mexico is known for being affordable, living costs are rising. Rent, groceries and utility bills are increasing, particularly in expat-friendly areas. Corruption also remains widespread, bribery becoming an unfortunate part of life. Healthcare, while affordable, can be inconsistent. Quality care is available in major cities. Rural areas often lack adequate medical facilities. Infrastructure issues like unreliable electricity and undrinkable complicate daily life. 5. South Africa. South Africa has stunning landscapes and a unique culture, but it faces serious challenges that make living there difficult. Crime is a significant concern. South Africa has one of the highest crime rates globally, with carjackings, home invasions, and violent assaults occurring frequently. Many expats live in gated communities with strict security. This can feel isolating. The country also struggles with unemployment and inequality, contributing to social unrest. Power outages due to load shedding are another ongoing issue, disrupting daily life and work. Expats often need to invest in generators or solar panels, adding to their expenses. Despite its natural beauty, infrastructure issues such as unreliable public transportation and SAPA health care in rural areas make South Africa a challenging place to live. For India, India's rich history, vibrant culture and economic growth attract many expats. But living there comes with substantial hurdles. The infrastructure is one of the biggest challenges. Overcrowded cities often suffer from traffic congestion, poor sanitation and pollution. In cities like Delhi, air quality can reach hazardous levels, posing serious health risks. Cultural differences can also be overwhelming. Social norms, gender roles, and complex bureaucratic processes make adjusting to daily life difficult. For many expats, basic tasks, such as opening a bank account or registering for utilities, can take weeks due to red tape and inefficiencies. The cost of living varies widely, but is increasing in metropolitan areas. Additionally, while private healthcare is world-class, in some locations, public healthcare remains underfunded and inaccessible. For most frequent scams, targeting foreigners further dampen the experience for those unfamiliar with local customs. 3. Turkey. Turkey is a country where East meets West, offering incredible landscapes and historic sites. However, its political and economic challenges make it a risky choice for expats. Economic instability is a major issue. High inflation and a weakening Turkish lira have driven up the cost of living, with everyday essentials and rents becoming increasingly expensive. Turkey's political environment has grown more volatile, with concerns over press freedom, human rights and government crackdowns on dissent. This creates uncertainty for residents and expats alike. A cultural adaptation can also be challenging. While Turkish hospitality is renowned, navigating societal expectations, especially for women and LGBTQ individuals, can be difficult in more conservative regions. Expats frequently report challenges with the bureaucracy, from obtaining residence permits to opening bank accounts. To Venezuela. Venezuela is a country of incredible natural beauty, but its ongoing crisis makes it one of the most challenging places to live. In 2025, the economic collapse has led to hyperinflation, with the value of the Venezuelan bolivar plummeting. Basic goods like food, medicine, and toiletries are either unavailable or exorbitantly priced. Safety is a significant issue, with Caracas often ranked as one of the world's most dangerous cities. Violent crime, kidnappings, and theft are widespread, leaving residents constantly on edge. The healthcare system is also deteriorating. Hospitals lack essential supplies, and power outages are frequent, impacting critical services. For expats, the lack of security in infrastructure can make day-to-day life almost unbearable. 1. North Korea. North Korea is one of the most isolated, restrictive countries in the world, making it an incredibly difficult place for expats. A law might intrigue zone. Living there presents significant challenges of personal freedom. The most prominent issue. Strict government surveillance means every aspect of life is monitored, From where you live to who you interact with, foreigners are typically assigned minders who oversee months, creating a sense of constant scrutiny. In restriction, communication with the outside world is heavily controlled. Internet access is virtually non-existent for residents, and foreign visitors are only a highly censored version. Phone calls are monitored, and even sending or receiving mail is complicated. Economy is fragile, with frequent shortages of basic goods and services. Many expats report difficulty obtaining necessities like fresh food, reliable transportation, and healthcare. Banking is also a challenge. Fearing cards and currencies are rarely. Cultural isolation is another factor. Few North Koreans speak English, and socializing with locals is generally prohibited. Combined with the inability to travel freely, this can make life extremely lonely for expats. Finally, there is the ever-present threat of political instability. Risk of sudden changes in or escalating tensions with other nations means expats must always be prepared for rapid evacuation. For these reasons, North Korea remains one of the most challenging and potentially dangerous places for expats in 2025.